All right, y'all. Back on this regularly scheduled program. I used to do these on the goes steadily like a year or so ago, but yeah, it is Friday and back on the grind here, and a fight coming up. We got ourselves a fight. We got ourselves a fight. So while I'm making this little transition from point A to point B, I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit like we usually do, right? So got a few of y'all in here. Marcus Bell, what's going on, man? And you know what I'm here to talk about, Marcus. I got two topics, man. I just got two topics because people always asking me stuff, and after that, you got some that just don't even ask, but just say some of the weirdest things. So I like to kind of bring people back to reality with um, certain statements made. You know how it is. But yeah, it's Friday evening, almost about to be Friday evening now, right? And I was just checking out the weigh-ins. I missed Aries FC 12. I got to go back and watch that sometime tonight. I wanted to check out the one ladies fight up there, and I believe the fighter I was picking won, but I just got to go back and see how she did. Her name is the Butcher's daughter. I got to go back and watch that today, sometime tonight. But yeah, I saw the weigh-ins and everybody made weight. That's a good thing, man. Everybody made weight, and Andrade looked good. Aaron Blanch, Aaron Blanchfield looked good, and we ready, man. We ready. And I mean, like I said, whenever Andrade looks good like this at this weight, it can be a scary thing. Yeah, it could definitely be scary because, again, aside from the championship fight, Andrade is looking like a beast at 125, right? Aside from, the championship fight, she fills out this weight nicely. Andrade looks good at this weight. I mean, body wise and everything. Aaron, she looked good. She's on point. This is her weight. So let's go. We here. Yeah, Aaron is ready. I mean, I've even heard people saying Aaron looking like she shook and all of this, and I'm like, I don't see it. Aaron is the same fighter. I mean, Aaron, you okay? We have a lot of people saying Aaron might lose this fight. She might lose in dominant fashion, but the one thing you can't say is Aaron was scared. You can't say Aaron is not confident going into this fight. She knows what she has to do. She knows what she has to do. I mean, that's why I'm rooting for Aaron in this. I'm picking Aaron, man. I'm gonna stick with Aaron in this fight. I know I know what reality is, and I know what could happen, but I also know what MMA can be. Like MMA doesn't go by the rules of it doesn't go by any specific rule, right? There is no specific rule to how it goes. There's been many a times fighters y'all bet on loss, and y'all like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, right? So when you look at a fighter like Aaron Blanchfield, she's one of those ones that can defy those odds. I really believe that. I believe she can go in there and do something that a lot of people believe she can't do. Right? That's why I can pick her, man. I can look at what she does. Um, Even like analyzing, playing out the fight with Tyler Santos. That one was a little bit different. Like Tyler, I favored in that fight a bit more because, I'm looking at styles, frames, height, approaches to a fight. But man, I really think Aaron can do something different in this fight, man. I really do, man. I think she's on a different level than some of these other fighters out here, and we got to give her some credit, man. Uh, can Andrade destroy her? Yeah, Yes, she can. Andrade is Andrade, man. She could. She could definitely do that, man. So let's see how this thing plays out. And you know what? I'm looking at the community posts. A lot of y'all feel Aaron has a good chance. You right? A lot of y'all feel Aaron has a good chance because it's like 50% versus like 45%. Last time I checked, you know. So there's a lot of people actually feeling like Aaron has a chance. You know. Australia said, when was the last time Andrade fought someone close to her own size? You mean bigger or just close to her own size? Well, last time she fought somebody bigger was her last fight, right? And she did pretty good in that fight. But as far as close to her own size, are you talking like just all around? Because everybody's bigger than Andrade pretty much. I mean, not everybody's as strong and as powerful as her, right? Sage, what's up? He said Aaron has no fear. Andrade's punches will wake her up. I feel strongest in WMMA. Aaron looks unfazed, but the only thing that matters is when that cage door closes. Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Like that's common sense right there, right? You know what I mean? Like when the door closes, that's with any fighter. You know, that's with any fighter. That's why you have to make sure that you fully prepared, right? And that's what people always get mixed up too. Like it's a balance of everything, you know? Like when a fighter has skills, people say, oh, this fighter's skilled, but they're cowards. Or if they got too much confidence, oh, they got confidence, but they ain't got skill. Erin actually has confidence and she's very skilled in what she does, you know, and everything that she's a master in as far as her ground game, you know, she's confident in that, you know. So yeah, when the door closes, yeah, that's all that matters. And that's why I say anything can happen because there is no written rule for what's going to play out in this fight. And you know, if Andrade wins this fight, I'm kind of like, yeah, here we go again. Yeah, she did what she did. Kind of puts a damper on the flyweight division, and it'll put her in a position to get a strawweight fight. But you know, is that really going to be something that's going to be beneficial to the fans? Because she's making it known too, like I want a strawweight title fight. Like she really don't want Valentina anymore. Did y'all notice that too? Like Jessica is not calling for a 125 title shot at all, and she lasted longer with Valentina somewhat, right? I mean, she at least lasted almost 2 rounds, but you know, Weili finished her in one. But I think she knew every little step that she went through in that fight was it was a rude awakening on how good Valentina was. So she's at 125, but she ain't playing. You know, she said, "Hey, I ain't messing with no title shot against Valentina." That is kind of crazy. Like she's like, "Okay, if I don't get Weili, I'll fight Valentina." But I haven't really heard that. From her. You know, so despite close odds, Aaron winning would be a considerable upset, though. Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I mean, community post is different than like the majority post. You know what I mean? Like the people on my channel are people that are looking at Aaron in a different fashion. But if you're looking at like the majority, of course the odds are going to be different. You know, like I definitely know for 100% it's still going to be a big upset because Andrade, most wins in WMMA, most wins in the UFC, like most finishes, right? Former champion. Aaron is she's a big underdog for good reason. I mean, she hasn't fought. This is her first top 10 fight, right? So most definitely, yeah, this is going to be a huge upset if she goes in there and beats Andrade, right? BJ said, "What if Aaron goes out there and bangs with Andrade? That ain't a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if she does it, I'll be kind of disappointed in her because she's not gonna last a banger, man. She ain't gonna last a punch. She ain't gonna last a slugfest. Let's be honest. Um, And if she does, she won't be the same fighter. She ain't gonna be the same fighter. So it wouldn't be a wise idea to bang with Andrade. If she does, I'm gonna be yelling at the screen, telling her to take this fight to the ground. Do not bang with this girl. You see, Lauren Murphy, she was durable, but just durable enough to survive. You know, she wasn't going in there slugging it out with Andrade. Like, as soon as she tasted Andrade's power, she was just in pure survival mode, right? She wasn't built for that. The boss, what's up? He said, BJ, I don't think that would be a good idea. Exactly. That ain't a good idea, bro. Kind of bang with Andrade. I don't even know, like, if she was to do something like that, I don't even know if I would, like, take my hat off to that, because you're not going to win that type of war. You're really not going to win that war. Nobody will win banging with Andrade like that. I mean, you see what happened to Rose when they tried to get her to do that. Got that nose broke. Almost lost the fight, you know, due to some poor guidance in that fight. So, BJ said nobody thought Felicia would bang with Cyborg, though. And you saw how that turned out, right? You know Felicia's retired now, right? You know that, right, BJ? I'm going to ask you again. You know that Felicia Spencer's retired, right? You know why she retired, right? That's why I'm saying, going back to what I said, when you ask that question, what if she does, like I said, it's going to be a bad idea. Yeah, 6 at Aaron looking focused at the weigh-ins. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, she looked focused, man. That's why I said, like, some people out here thinking she looks shook. You know, they just talking trash. They just hating. I mean, you got a lot of Aaron Blanchfield haters. I mean, you can't win sometime, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you got a bunch of, you know, keyboard warriors talking trash about Aaron, it's like, why? If she didn't fight Andrade, you would call her a duck. But now that she's taking on Andrade, you want to talk trash and say, "Oh, she ain't gonna win. Oh, she looks shook, right? Don't look shook to me. You know, she made weight. She made it to the fight. So that sounds like a fighter that's ready. That looks like and sounds like a fighter that's ready to go. You know, she said, "Hey, the opponent changed, but hey, we just gonna make these minor adjustments to what we can do, and hey, we're gonna go on from here, right?" So much got to give this girl credit, man. People always calling people a duck. This type of stuff be crazy, man. With Cachoeira, KO Andrade. Oh yeah. What weight? Like 125, 135? 135, yeah. 125, yeah. You come in there reckless, you get knocked out. But Cachoeira don't really have some of those dimensions that Andrade has, right? Like, she could come in swinging on Andrade, and Andrade might pull the old Lamos trick on her. You know what I mean? That's the thing about Andrade. She can still wrestle. You know, she can still take you down. She can still make certain adjustments. May not be like the best technical elite fighter, but she can still do certain things to get past Cachoeira. I would pick Andrade in that type of fight. Yeah. Ghost said he gave her props. Are you sure he did? Because I thought you might have said she wasn't looking too confident. She looked scared one time. So, you know, you guys try to be reaching, looking for something. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make sense of certain things. Me, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep the same energy with Aaron. I mean, gotta give this girl props. I know reality can hit her in the face in the form of Andrade, but this girl right here, she doing something that y'all might as well be quiet about and don't question. You know, and if she come in there and win, I don't want to hear no trash talk. If she come in there and win, let me put it this way too. If Blanchfield comes in here and wins, if she chooses to take another fight too, I'm cool with that. If she beats Andrade and she want to do something else besides a title fight, I don't want to hear nobody still call her a duck. I don't want to hear nobody saying she ducking, because she just took it on the toughest fight. And if she can beat Andrade and still like polish up her game, I want to see her do that. Now, if she called for Valentina, even more respect, but even more props. But if she go in there and say, you know what, I still want to work on some things before I fight Valentina, I'm cool with that, for sure. You said, when you ever say Aaron was scared? I'm sure I heard some people say that. Scared or not confident, something like that. Six said, when Aaron is in trouble getting hit with strikes, she'll go for the takedown, while Andrade feeling confident with her strikes. She better go for that takedown, man. She better use that momentum. Like, if Andrade comes storming in, she got to take her down and keep her down. BJ said, right, everybody was referring to Aaron as a killer. And the minute she matches with Andrade, she looks shook. Exactly. Yeah, some people say she been looking she don't have confidence anymore. No, I co-sign BJ on this one, because he heard it. He know what I'm talking about. I keep same energy. Like, I know what Andrade can do, but this girl right here she's still riding with her cold-blooded attitude. It really it really is disappointing that to get a title shot at strawweight, she got to keep beating on flyweights, though. You know what I mean? Like, she got to beat these flyweights up now, because now it's like it's going to stop the flyweight division from having good contenders. But it's also it also might put the Lemos fight on hold. You know what I mean? Which I want to talk about. You know what? Now I'm speaking on that too. Yeah, we got enough of y'all here. Let's talk about this situation here, man. Let's talk about Weili a little bit. I mean, look, again, here we go. Zhang Weili just had a fight 2 months ago. Got back into the mix. Defeated Carla Esparza, defeated Joanna. Now she's champion. And now she seems to be ducking Amanda Lemos. I'm like, come on, man. BJ said, boy, I'm trying, man. Hey, they out here working today, man. This road is actually looking better now, man. They actually got this thing nice and smooth in the right areas. But yeah, Weili, man, I don't get it, man. Like, how is Weili ducking Amanda Lemos in this situation? Or like, how is she holding up this type of fight? Like, why does Weili really have to say anything in this situation, man? Like, why does she have to speak out when she already did what she was supposed to do? Like, she's the champion, right? Why is the champion gotta say something now? Like, why does the champion have to be the one to say, I want to fight this person now? They're at the top. That's why I don't understand. Like, we talk, okay, y'all got something to say about Grasso. We all did. Got something to say about Manone. Okay. They're the contenders, so yeah, they should be calling for the next best thing, right? When you make it to the mountaintop, why am I going to call back down? Like, from here, your mindset changes. You're defending your throne. You got everything. You got the belt. You're at the mountaintop. Why am I going to try to reach back down and be pulled back down and fall back down the mountain? Like, it's up to me to secure my area for anybody that's trying to get in. Like, let me secure my mount. Let me secure my area at the top, because there's going to be a bunch of people trying to, call me out. But when I'm sitting comfortably at the top, that's all I'm doing is securing my fortress. I'm trying to get better as a king now, or queen for Weili. So, there's no need for me to try to call somebody out. You got to come get me. Prove that you can take this fortress from me. All right. Prove that you can take the throne from me. So Weili doing what she got to do. She's preparing every day to be a better fighter for any of these contenders coming up. I want the fight, believe me, 100%. But I understand that it's not on Weili to go out here and try to talk up this Lemos fight at this point. That's up to the UFC, the matchmakers, and number one, Amanda Lemos. All right. Amanda Lemos, she got to be the one to be like, hey, give me this Weili fight. Oh, you called for it? That's not enough. You got to keep on. You got to keep calling for it. Call that. You call her out a couple of times, but have you called her out enough? Must not be, because Andrade, she's coming in hot. Andrade, she's making a strong argument right now. Andrade, she's making a strong argument. And whether or not, again, I'm not in my feelings, I want to see Lemos fight Weili 100%. But can I get mad if Jessica Andrade comes in and swoops that title shot? Absolutely not, man. You can't blame Weili in this position. Like, if Andrade beats Blanchfield and she gets the rematch with Weili, don't go calling Weili a duck. Don't go in there calling Weili no duck, because Weili, she gonna fight whoever they put in front of her, and Andrade is still a tough fighter. So Jessica Andrade, she gonna be that one to swoop in and take Lemos' shot, and who's gonna be to blame? It ain't Weili. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Lemos is number 3, but maybe she should have been going harder, right? Maybe she should have been going harder. Weili ain't got to say it. She ain't got to say nothing. All right. Weili ain't got to say nothing and keep voicing her opinion about it. You know what I mean? Like, what we want is what we want, but what the champion wants is just keep their belt and keep defending it, and that's whoever the UFC throw at them. So if Andrade come in and get this title shot, hey, it really is what it is at this point. I mean, I really want Lemos to get it, but right now, with the way Andrade is negotiating and the way she putting her win streak together and the way she answering the call and the way she keeping her face out there, Andrade could definitely get this shot, man. She could definitely get it. And can't say nothing. I'm not. Because either way, it's a win-win for the fans. I mean, either fight is good. I mean, Lemos is a different look. But Andrade taking on Lemos again, taking on Weili in a rematch, that's still a good fight. That's still a good fight. For sure. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm just like, Weili, that's why I asked that question. Weili don't need to say anything. Weili don't need to say anything at this point. She just need to keep getting better as a fighter. Because you know what? The minute she go in there and lose, people be like, oh, she was comfortable. She wasn't training. She wasn't doing this. That's what I'm saying. It's always a lose-lose with these fighters. When she lost the Rose, everybody has something to say, Everybody has something to say about that, right? But now that she just being quiet, only 2 months removed from her fight, people want her to keep talking junk out here and playing WWE, but nah, that ain't her, man. Like, when has Weili ever been that type of fighter to talk all this trash anyway? Like, I didn't hear all of that. I mean, the only time you hear call Valentina somebody out like Valentina is like whenever the interviewers troll her with that question. So Weili's in a position where just keep silent, keep training, and whenever it's time to take on whoever they put at her, that's who you fight. I mean, it's up, like I said, it's up to the matchmakers. It's up to me, people like me with channel, to make videos pushing the fight. Like I said, they be watching. Some people hate and try to say, oh, they don't be watching your channel. They be watching. I mean, where do you think they get WMMA information from? Because they got to get to the sense. They got to get to the demographic that's listening. Like, if I'm doing a video or BJ doing a video about a fighter or a coach is doing something about a fighter, where do you think they get their sources from out here? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's up to us to be making videos talking about why Lemos is a better matchup for Weili, but Weili ain't got to say nothing. To me, that's what I'm saying. Like, Weili ain't got to say nothing at this point, man. I want to see it, but she ain't got to scream nobody's name. Everybody want to twist it, turn it backwards, say, oh, you got to make a call out. And that's the energy you're supposed to have for a contender. That's the energy you're supposed to have for these contenders, to call Valentina out or somebody. But like, it's on the champion to accept the fight. Like, let's look at Amanda Nunes, man. Like, Amanda Nunes, she has contenders, but she making me feel a different way because she's not accepting fights. There's a difference between accepting a fight when you have options and calling somebody out. You know what I mean? Like, calling somebody out, that's for the hungry fighters, the ones that want to make a statement. But accepting the fight for the champion, that's what they need to be doing at a certain point. Amanda's got options now. They may not be the best options, but Irene Aldana, you got a Juliana Pena fight, you got a Rocky fight. Choose one. That's what it is with her. Like, Amanda's in a different position. Like, Amanda, she's getting the fans restless because she's not fighting consistently like that. She's not choosing what she has right in front of her. That's different. Weili, when has she ever been on like this 2-year layoff and not wanted to defend her belt and not wanted to fight? Never, right? Even when she lost the Rose, she was ready to come back. And now she wants to come back in maybe like May or June. She still wants to fight. So it's really not that it's really not that serious with Weili, man. Like, when it comes down to it, like, you don't have to say, "What are you doing, Weili? Why are you calling nobody out? You scared of Lamos?" Like, get out of here with that, man. Come on now. Hold on, because I'm gonna make this point here before I get up out of here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I was saying, it's wild now because everybody is saying Weili ain't calling for Lamos. When just a little while back, people were laughing at me because I thought Lamos was going to be a tough challenge for Weili. Remember that? I know that. Because I remember saying that one time that Weili, I was like, Lamos is going to make it up there. I was like, Lamos is going to be a tough competition. She's going to be tough competition for Weili. Even if not, I was like, she'll get to that belt. Watch this. She'll be in a position to fight for that belt. And then I remember people were like, "Oh man, like, you crazy." I was like, Weili gonna beat this girl. Like, Lamo, y'all laughed at me about that. But now all of a sudden, Weili is ducking. Weili is ducking Lamos all of a sudden. But now all of a sudden, Weili has a good chance of losing to her now. Even Henry Cejudo trying to go out there and say that, "Oh, this is a bad style matchup for Weili, man. Like, she could possibly get beat by Lemos. It's not a good fight for her." But I'm just saying, like, see, as I'm saying, man, like, I already said that before, that Lemos, she was that type of fighter. But now things just change around, and it's like, oh, okay, she's this type of fighter that is trying to pull away from fighting Amanda Lemos. I don't see that happening, man. Six said Weili will fight either one of them. Pretty much, man. Like, I think she'll fight anybody. Hold on, let me just go through some comments. I'm done driving, so hold on. Gabby said Weili coach has mentioned Lamos in the interview before. Oh, okay. Marcus said when the champion has a call out contender, it makes the division look bad. Yeah, it ain't something that needs to happen. Okay, Brian said no one said Weili needs to call her out, but she basically avoided Lamos' name even when she asked. How do you even say she avoided her, man? Like, I don't even think she's avoiding her, man. Like, the names they keep bringing up is Rose because they got history, and the name Valentina keeps coming up, which to me is that's really gonna piss me off if that fight even comes to fruition, because that don't even need to happen, the Valentina fight. But I don't even see that happening, that where she's avoiding that name. I just don't see it. Yeah, Gabby said, I'm sure they're trying to put the fight in the timeline they want and what makes sense for them and Weili, pretty much. Okay, what does this mean? Then why were people saying Carla was ducking Weili? What does that mean? What does that refer to? I'm what does Carla ducking Weili have to do with anything? Like, what people are saying this because if you see, I don't know what people you're talking about, close, because I can only speak for me, and I know I was getting hate for giving Carla a chance. So I'm on the opposite side there. I'm lost there. Why were people saying what does Carla ducking Weili have to do with anything? Or people saying she was ducking? What does that got to do? I'm lost. But what are you trying to say? Because she was supposed to call out Weili. See, I can't talk for them because again, I'm keeping the same energy because I said that she'll fight Weili when she's ready. So I can't speak for those people you talk about because again, I was one of the ones that said Carla's not ducking Weili. I said Carla doesn't need to call out Weili. Okay, so I can't speak for those people. So whatever you people you speaking of, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm a person that's keeping the energy. Champion don't need to call out call out contenders. Like when people were saying that about Carla, I was one of the ones that defended her the same way and said, "Hey, Carla was coming off like an injury, and people wanted Carla to fight. People wanted Carla to fight Weili in like March. No, not March. Excuse me. They wanted to fight in like November or something like that, or October. They wanted her to go by Weili's demands. But I'm like, no, Carla's the champion. I'm like, Carla's the champion. Like, why does Carla have to call out Weili or go by her demands? No, like if Carla wants to come back in December, it's her choice because she's the champion, right? So it's that same position. So same rules go for her too. So whatever people you talking about, I don't know. Like, the Weili fans did Carla the same way. Well, they still wrong then. I mean, it still don't make sense. It still does not make sense. It's not even about the specific fans. It's just about the wrong. It's just it's all around wrong, man. It's just all around wrong. Like you don't put pressure on the champion and call them a duck because they're not calling the contender out. It's always contender's job to make this thing interesting because we already know what the champion can do, right? So Carla being done the same way again. See my answer for above today. So the difference is Carla responded, well, yeah, she said that she would come back and fight her anyway, but I mean, what else do you want from what do you want from Weili at this point? I mean, there is no standard. I mean, she responded. I just don't understand like where people are coming from with this whole thing. Like, I guess it just has something to do with people when they don't like a fighter too. Like you'll be a little bit harder on a fighter every now and then too. So I don't know. Ryan said they're the ones who express our concern and frustration. Why is it such a big deal? I don't know. It's not. It's not a big deal. It's a conversation. I mean, y'all were talking about it for like 4, 5, 6 pages, right? So I'm like, y'all must thought it was some big deal, right? I mean, y'all be on the Discord talking about it for like, 16 pages worth of like chat logs. So I'm like, let's talk about it then. And I'll help y'all see reality. That's all it is. I mean, if you make 16 pages worth of chat log, it must be a big deal. So I'm gonna just do like a quick live stream and we'll nip it in the bud, man. So how's that? So it's just it's a conversation. It's a conversation. That's all it is. I'm just trying to help you see reality because it seemed like it frustrates y'all when you can't see it in between. You know what I mean? Like y'all can't just see what Weili is. She's a champion and she doesn't need to call anybody out, right? Like she's not in the wrong here. Carla wasn't in the wrong, okay? Yeah, Nabash, I'm gonna highlight your comment because this is what I brought up with Valentina. Like the reason a lot of people want Valentina to lose is because they get bored with champions. Me, I like the fight game, but I like when a fighter can do what they do. When they do what they do, like Valentina, they got that type of work ethic. They're like a freak of nature, and there's something special. You got to give them their props. And if they can keep doing what they do, I'm fine with that, man. I'm 100% fine with that. So it's like I don't get tired of champions like that, man. Like as long as you're doing what you're doing and you winning, I mean, I don't. But yeah, that's kind of like the case of Valentina. She's about to rack up her 8th title defense, and people just get tired of it because the sake of getting tired. But what they need to do is be disappointed in their fighters on the come up that lose. That's what it is. And see, Chan, I mean, look, I'm not tired of Valentina because she's been there too long. Like, because she's still being a good fighter, and she's still being consistent. She's different than Amanda right now. Like Amanda, still give Amanda credit as pound for pound #1, but Amanda right now has some choices, but she just ain't picking one, right? So they kind of differ in that. And like I said, that's my opinion. As far as Valentina, I mean, as long as she's continuing to go in there and perform, I can't really get tired of a fighter like that. Shin said, "Did y'all talk about Aaron and Andrade?" Yeah, I did. What you got? What you got, Aaron? I mean, what you got, Shin? Before I get up out here, you got anything to say or any questions? Like, yeah, my thing about Aaron is, look, I want Aaron to win this fight. I want Aaron to win this fight. I mean, it's time for Aaron to show. It's time to show. Look, she the new blood, man. But reality is coming in the form of Andrade, and if she does it, I mean, hey, that's what it is, man. Weili's team put their trust in the UFC to put Weili in the right positions and to achieve greatness and inspire a whole new market. Yeah, as long as they got a fighter that has like a country behind her, like Weili, then they'll continue to make the right choices. They'll continue to put her in that position. So, oh yeah, I forgot, man. Look, that's bad, man. Look, how am I gonna forget this fight, man? He said, how do you see Landsberg, Buena Silva going? Lena Landsberg, everybody looks at her age, but she can be tricky, man. Like her clinch game can be kind of boring, but it can get the job done, man. And her right hand is kind of tricky, but I think Buena Silva's gonna bring some action, man. Like Buena Silva's been working on her stand-up game. She's been looking a little bit more like she's kind of mad at herself and she wants to get better. You know what I mean? Like she's been letting her hands go in training and sparring. She's been working on her judo a little bit more, working on her always working on that grappling with Kayla Harrison. She's even working with her. Um, I'm gonna give this one to Silva, man. I think Silva is gonna have different looks in this fight. I think her striking is gonna be effective, but if it goes to the ground, I believe in Silva's jiu-jitsu too, man. I think Silva's jiu-jitsu is gonna save her in this fight, especially when they get get really into it, man. Like if Landsberg thinks she can go in there and like sneak in a takedown and control, I think um I think Silva is at a better weight too. I think she's gonna be stronger here. Gary said Buena Silva needs to work on the wrestling. Yeah, she's been working on it. She's been working on it. I mean, she's really been working on her striking a lot, but I think she's really been trying to get better. And she got to stop walking forward too much, man. Like she really got to stop walking forward. Oh, really? JoJo Luana Carolina is like the third fight from the co-main event? Wow. Really? It's not a prelims fight? I'm not saying that to be, look, I'm a JoJo fan. Look, I'm JoJo's fan, but dog, man, like she's on a main card that far up. Gary said Buena Silva needs to work on the wrestling. Yeah. I think Andrade is on a different level than Aaron, to be honest. Yeah, it's been proven time and time again. Shin says she don't get the notification for the live stream. Yeah, a lot of people don't. Hit the like, make sure hit the like. Maybe that helps somewhat. I thought it did. In case it does or does, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, Chin. Just keep hitting the like. Just for support. Just, yeah, man. Like I didn't know that. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, man. Like that fight is the Coco main event. Shoot. They haven't even put who else hasn't been on the main card yet that deserves to be on the main card? Who's some other female fighters that need to be on the main card? Is Myra Jossian a good fight? Jossian at 135 versus Buena Silva, that'd be an interesting fight. It might be more up Jossian's alley, man. Robot Chicken, God bless you, Kama. Good to hear you in good spirits. Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Like I said, doing better, man. Had to get a week off, still healing up, and still got some things to do. Like I said, still got some things to take care of by next week. But right now, definitely, well, I've always been feeling good, but I still had to get some things done, But I'm in a better place for now. But yeah, appreciate Robot Chicken, your concern always, man. The fight game helps. The fight game helps, The fight game, it helps. It really does. It really does help. Shoot, because fight can look tough, but there's tougher battles out of the fight game. I'll tell you that right now. Gabby said, which WMMA fighters deserve to be main cards, fight nights, or pay-per-views? Number one, people going to talk trash. I'm going to say Manon deserves to be on main card. Tyler Santos. Yeah, Manon, Tyler Santos, those are main card fighters. As far as strawweight, I think Amanda Lemos and Marina Rodriguez, they deserve to be main fight cards. Who else is a main fight card? I like Yan Xiaonan too. Like I think Yan Xiaonan needs to be like, on main UFC fight night cards. Main UFC fight night cards. Like a UFC fight night card main event is like Tyler versus Manon. That would be a good fight. Chikagan, she's like a UFC fight night main event card. Pay-per-views are a little bit different sometimes because that male demographic, they'll complain. Like I was looking at some weigh-ins, and some people were talking trash about. They were actually talking trash about Lauren Murphy Andrade. Like some people were. Did y'all see that? Like there were some weigh-ins where, when it would get to Andrade Murphy, people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom during this fight, or I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna take this time to make a sandwich and get a beer." And I'm like, "This is Andrade, man. Come on, right?" So you have to be careful with the pay-per-view main events, or even some UFC fight night cards, because even if you have exciting women sometime, you know, but those are the ones I think really deserve it, man. Like, yeah, Ravioli, he said Manone Chikagan is a main card fight for sure. Yeah. Tyler Santos and Manone, that would be like a main event for UFC fight night, or it would be on like a main card pay-per-view to me. Alexa Grasso, she's main event. She deserves to be like main event UFC fight nights and pay-per-view cards. And I'll say Macy Barber. I'll say Macy Barber because she talks the trash. She talks that trash. The boss said they need to put Natalia Silva on the main card. She's exciting, has great personality. Yeah, she's kind of like another, I'm not just saying it's because they hang out, but her and Mackenzie Dern, Yeah, Andrade is always must see. Andrade is always must see. I don't care what no casuals say. But yeah, man, that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to come through and talk a little bit about this coming fight tomorrow. We'll do the fight companion for it tomorrow. We'll do the fight companion tomorrow, and yeah, that's where I'm at with the Weili thing. I just wanted to, like I said, I don't have time to do a lot of typing like that on Discord. I just wanted to talk about it because, hey, it's conversation, right? It's not like this big hating deal, but no, it's like if you talk about it, hey, we can talk about it. That's all it is. Like, not everybody's going to agree on it, right? So that's what makes conversations interesting, right? When we don't agree. So that's what it is where I'm at. But feel free, hey, y'all talk about it in that Discord. BJ's Discord. You can go on for like what, another 37 paragraphs, another 37 pages. Oh man, my stomach, that hurt. another another 37 pages, Chin. But that's it. That's just reality, man. Like, just hold your horses. Like, Zhang Weili just fought 2 months ago, and she's training. Like, understand that that's just a fighter that's prepared for all comers, man. Oh man. Yeah, I've been off for a week, but I've been doing a lot of other stuff too, man. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I was supposed to be sitting around just like chilling, but I've been up. I've been up, man. I've been like moving around, like doing other stuff. So, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's the reason I don't have time for like the Discord typing, because I'm usually doing a live stream at that time, and my my thumb ain't what it used to be. I can't sit there and like type that long, man. Like, I'm just saying. But it's just all in fun, y'all. It's all in fun, and it is fun. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Keep it going. We're gonna keep talking. Hit the like button to subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch y'all. I'll catch y'all up tomorrow, man, during the fight. Because this main event's gonna be crazy, man. Oh man, yeah, appreciate it, Brian. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all funny. Keep me going. Gabby said, does Rose come back on a pay-per-view or fight night? I think Rose would come back on a fight night card. Like, it's up in the air with it's Rose is kind of like, I think after that Carla performance, she should be forced to come back on a fight night as a co-main event or main event on a fight night. And see, I'm still being lenient with Rose, right? Like, she comes back as a main event on a fight night. That's her punishment. And it's not even a punishment because she's still main event, see? Authorized? No, I just don't feel like it. yeah, I'll be honest. I just don't feel like typing that much. I mean, I can't. Because Discord is on my phone and like I hit the, I fat finger a lot. So it's like, dang, man, like I can't sit here and do this. Like I'd have to put Discord on my laptop or something to be able to type like that. But I'm out here, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.